In this video, we will show you how to replace your front pads and rotors. Let's get started. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. The first thing you're going to want to do is safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheels are off the ground. Once you've done that, continue on by removing your center cover. We'll just use a small pry bar for that. With that out of the way, continue on to removing each of your 5 21mm lug nuts and then the wheel. The next thing that you're going to want to do is to push back the 2 caliper pistons located inside of the caliper. To easily do this, continue on with your small prying device. We'll come right in the center slot here, push it in, and try to grab onto the inside of the brake pad. Once you do, pry between the brake pad and the caliper itself to slowly push in the caliper pistons. Once you have some movement from that area, we'll continue on to our 2 slider bolts. To remove each of our caliper slider bolts, use a 14mm socket. Loosen your first bolt, but leave it in there, just a couple threads. Continue on to the second bolt. Once you have that out of there, fully remove that first bolt. Slide the caliper out of place. Now that we have the caliper off of there, the next thing that you are going to want to do is continue on pushing in the 2 caliper pistons. When you do this, you need to make sure you press them both in at the same time. If you try to press one in and not the other will come out. To press both of these in at the same time, if you do not have the special tool, you could also continue on by putting your brake pad directly up against the pair of pistons. And then you can use your caliper compression tool to squeeze them both in at the same time. Once you have both of the pistons in, inspect the seal. Make sure it's not torn, worn, or damaged in any way. And especially make sure you don't see any brake fluid. If you do, you have to replace the caliper. Continue on by hanging your caliper in a way that is putting no pressure on your flex hose. Let's get our pads out of here. Let's continue on to removing the caliper bracket from the steering knuckle. Looking along the backside, you'll find 2 18mm headed bolts. Remove the pair. We'll start by loosening the top, but leaving it in there a couple threads. Continue on by removing your brake rotor. With the brake rotor out of the way, you're going to have to pay attention to the mating surface of your wheel bearing. Make sure you clean it up, inspect it, make sure you see no dirt, debris, or rot that could be raised in a way that will make the brake rotor cause a pulsation. Continue on with some copper never sees on the mating surface. All right, let's get ready to install our brand new brake rotor. Before you do, make sure you clean down the front and the back side of the braking surface. Put it on your wheel bearing and then install one of your original lug nuts. Let's continue on to cleaning our caliper bracket. You're going to have to remove each of the tins on either side of the bracket. Use a small prying device, pull them off there, give them a quick inspection, and set them aside for recycling. With those out of the way, continue on to each of your slider pins. That's this area here. We'll go ahead and give that a little twist, holding onto the boot and pulling it out. Once you have it out of there, continue on by wiping down the slider pin. As I wipe this, you'll notice that one of the slider pins has a little vibration dampening boot on the end. The other one won't. It's important to make sure that you put it back in the same place that you had removed it. We'll just clean these up a little bit better and set them aside. Something that's important to mention is you want to especially pay attention up inside this small groove. That's where the boot is going to sit. Make sure it's clean and free of any dirt, debris, or rust. That way no moisture can make its way in and rust this area. Continue on to removing your caliper slider boots. For this, you can notice as I start tugging on it, it's going to want to separate. Once you have it off of there, give it a little squeeze. Make sure it's still soft and pliable and it's not torn, worn, or damaged in any way. Assuming that looks good, continue on by cleaning the inside. That can easily be done by using a rag, give it a little twist, and push it right on through. With that in the center, we'll hold the rag and just roll the boot around. Give it one last check on the inside there, make sure it's clean, set it aside, and do the same to the other. At this point, the caliper bracket is completely stripped down, but we have to continue cleaning it. On each side of the caliper bracket, you have the area where you had the tins. It's important to make sure that you clean the entire area where the brand new tin is going to go. You don't want any raised areas in here. We'll use a wire brush. There we are. This side looks good. I'll do the same to the other. With both sides of that clean, the next thing you need to do is clean out each of your caliper slider ports. Use a small bore brush to clean out the inside. Give those a quick inspection. Assuming everything looks nice and clean, go ahead and set your collection bucket aside. Let's continue on with adding a little bit of high temperature caliper lubricant to each of the areas where your brand new caliper tins are going to sit. This will help with vibration dampening and noise reduction overall. Take the tin and slide it into the locked position. Once you have it pressed down, reach into the center and lock that in. There we are. Go ahead and give it a tug to make sure it's secure, and then do the exact same thing on the other side. Once both of the tins are installed, carefully lift up on the bracket. Use a little bit of high temperature caliper lubricant just inside the very end of the hole here, where your caliper slider boot will go. Take that caliper slider boot. You'll notice on one end, you have the bezeled area here with a small groove. That's going to fit into the caliper bracket and hold it tight. We'll press that right in. Give it a little spin to make sure you work in the grease. Do the same on the other side. Now we can continue on to lubing each of our caliper slider pins. Make sure that you lube the entire shaft of the pin itself. And as you're doing this, you also want to make your way all the way up into that top groove closest to my fingers. That'll help make sure that no dirt or debris make its way inside that caliper boot. Slide it into position. Press it in as far as you can, squeeze out the air. Go ahead and give it a little spin to work in that grease. Do the same to the other slider pin. Make sure you clean and inspect the threads on all of your mounting bolts. Let's install our caliper bracket. Start in each of your mounting bolts and then bottom them out. Torque each of the caliper bracket bolts to 118 foot-pounds. Now we can install our brake pads. Make sure when you press them in, they can still move around a little bit. If you have to use a hammer to push them in, you haven't cleaned up the caliper bracket enough. Now it's time to prepare to put the caliper on. Before you do, take a little bit of that high temperature caliper lubricant, lubricate each of the metallic aspects of the pistons, right along here. Once you've done that, continue on to your 3 ears on the other side of the caliper. This is going to help with vibration dampening and noise reduction. Put that caliper in position. Slide it right up on here. Put in each of your caliper slider bolts. We'll start these in by hands. Once these are snug, torque them to 27 foot-pounds. Now that we have each of these torqued, continue on to making sure that your flex hose is not twisted in any way. Continue on to removing your lug nut from the area. Once the wheel's up on there, start on all 5 of your 21mm lug nuts. We'll snug them up and get the wheel safely back on the ground. With the wheel back on the ground, torque these in a crisscross manner to 100 foot-pounds. Torqued. Install your center cover. Okay friends, we showed you how to install one side of your front brakes. At this point, make your way over to the other side of the vehicle and do the exact same thing. Once you've done that, pump up the brake pedal till it's nice and firm. Make your way under the hood to the master cylinder. Check the brake fluid level. If it looks like it's low, open up the cap, add some .3 brake fluid up to the maximum line. Close the cap and take it for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.